In this video, I am talking to a trainer who has shared some really amazing techniques to improve your pronunciation and get rid of your mother tongue influence. Also, she has shared some common mistakes that most of us make while speaking. So, make sure to watch the complete video to understand if you are one of those who is making the mistakes. And then we also spoke about how to keep a conversation going because many people struggle at having conversations. So, we've discussed that as well. So, watch the complete video. And before that, if you're looking for an AI to practice your English speaking skills, I would definitely recommend Sparky AI. Link to download is in the description box. Just watch this demo to understand the app better.
Introducing Sparky, your voice first AI friend for building spoken English fluency. Sparky is a friendly fox you can speak in English with even if you don't speak well. Sparky gently corrects you and also shares feedback on everything you say.
I did not got invited for my friend's birthday and I'm very sad. I didn't knew she did not want to be friends with me.
Oh no, I'm
Each conversation is designed to give you practice on specific language concepts or topics relevant to your life. Sparky keeps the conversation going so it never gets boring and helps and supports learners. If you're stuck for words, Sparky suggests what you could say. If you don't understand something Sparky said, you can easily see the meaning and even translate it to a language of your choice.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing pretty well as well. I'm having a busy day today. So, yeah, things are pretty fine at my end. So, how are you? Long time no see. So, what's up?
Right, you're right. I vanished for some time. I just keep on going on and off on YouTube. But this year I made it a serious decision that I will be regular because every time, like I continue for 2, 3 months, then I just keep it off. Then I continue, then I took a long break of 6 to 7 months. But since this year, I'm trying to be regular and I promise myself that I will continue for sure.
That's great. Okay, so just this, right? Your YouTube is inconsistent, but when it comes to teaching, so are you like pursuing it?
That is consistent. Yeah, that is always consistent. I never took a break in last 10 years ever. I teach full time online, but I don't know like why I don't give priority. But now I will be giving priority because nowadays, social media presence matters a lot.
It does definitely. Okay.
So I will be regular. Otherwise, my classes are regular.
Okay. So we'll start with your introduction. I think it's been more than a year we spoke. So we'll start with your introduction. So please tell us
Yeah.
about yourself.
Right.
I know about you, but there are many viewers who have joined, they've subscribed newly to the channel. So please
Yeah.
introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Pallavi Dhingra and I'm an English trainer by profession. I have been teaching online for almost more than 10 years and I'm from Delhi. About my educational qualification, I'm postgraduate in English as well as TEFL, TESOL certified trainer. And I really love to teach. This is all about me.
That's great. So is there a difference between TEFL and TESOL? TEFL and TESOL, is there a major difference between
No,
the two?
the same, almost same.
All right.
Almost same, like not much difference. Some countries they accept TEFL, some countries they go for TESOL.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so today we will talk a little bit about pronunciation, MTI, and then how to answer questions during conversations because it is quite challenging for people when somebody asks them a question, suddenly they don't know how to articulate a response. So we'll talk about these three things. So initially, because I saw a couple of videos of yours where you were teaching pronunciation and how to get rid of MTI, and I thought that was really interesting and people must hear that on my channel as well. So we'll go ahead with that. So, what are the most common pronunciation mistakes made by Indian learners? What do you come across most often?
I tell you, most of the pronunciation that Indian learners they make is because they are not aware of the phonics. The main problem of making the pronunciation mistake is they are not aware of phonics. So if they learn phonics from the very beginning, which is now in lot of schools, but it was not popular like earlier. Earlier we learned just A, B, C, D. We never learned like B, K, D. So
Yes.
just because of the phonics, they are not able to say the words correctly. So the basic word I can say, a lot of people they say is school. They don't say
Mm.
school. So how they can say by giving a lot of time to like school, and they say is school, and like it's station, not station. Station they say station, not station. So particular sounds or pronunciation needs to be corrected. So that can be done with right practice and right guidance. But if I tell you in nutshell how they can improve on these particular pronunciation errors by listening them again and again and looking for the phonics, and with each sound clarity should be there, especially with the vowel sounds, because vowel sounds is something that makes a difference. I'm also speaking, you are also speaking, some other person is also speaking, but the way it makes a difference just because of the vowel sounds. Our
Mhm.
vowel sounds play a very important role. See, there are just five vowels: A, E, I, O, U. But with these five vowels, there are 20 sounds, which
Mhm.
not many people. Just because of that, there is a difference. So one needs to practice that, and with particular pronunciation words they do the error, they can just jot down and then look for the phonetics for it and practice, and surely it can be worked on, rather than thinking, oh, we learn need to learn everything from the scratch, because they don't have that kind of patience, and they even don't want to wait so long. So
Mm.
just write down the particular words a person is making error, and then look for the pronunciation, look for phonetics, and say them correctly, especially the vowel sounds. Like many people, they say comfortable. So it's not comfortable, it's comfortable. So table anywhere comes in, we should say it as stubble, comfortable. So like not manageable, manageable, and it is
Mhm.
not break fast. So like I teach my students breakfast, like you want to come first in the class, so breakfast, not breakfast. So this is like how if one can focus on pronunciation and especially spelling. Some people, those who make spelling errors also, they also do pronunciation mistake. So
Mm.
particular words I would suggest, that would be a smarter way to approach. I am very sure each learner would be making just 60 to 70 pronunciation errors. So they can write down those particular and just repeat them again and again, rather than thinking I should learn whole. That would be a really challenging task.
Yes, you should be aware of what pronunciation mistakes you are making. I think you will get that awareness the more you keep listening to good speakers. Then you will get that awareness. You will realize where you're going wrong. So just write down those words and listen to them repeatedly and keep shadowing or telling them the right pronunciation. On Google, you have the right pronunciation in different accents, American, British, and even Indian accent. So whatever you like, just put it on and keep repeating after it. I think that's how they can fix it. And they have to write it down, as you just mentioned. It's mandatory, write it down and then keep practicing. And it also happens that you are used to pronounce that word that way. So individually, when you pronounce the words, you seem all right. But again, when it comes into your speech, I think it will take a lot of time for you to incorporate the right pronunciation. The more you practice, I think it will come the more to you. And that's the reason I think nowadays phonetics is becoming so famous, isn't it? It wasn't there when I was learning, but nowadays it's like phonetics classes for summer classes. There's so much stress given to phonetics these
Yeah,
days.
they are like jolly phonics classes are there. Jolly phonics classes, and parents focus a more lot on pronunciation. Recently I have a student from Singapore. He's in class 7 and still his mother let me join for phonics because she says his phonics is not clear, so he's making spelling errors. See, in class 7, staying there in Singapore. He is an NRI student, but still. So parents give a lot of focus on phonetics, and it helps him to improve their spellings. Also, I want to add on something over here. As if we know, like a lot of people, they make mistakes. Even some people, they have self-realization. But sometimes what happen in some cases that the students, they don't know even that they are making
Mm.
those error. Here, I want to give one example. I had a student, this is like recent. recent, just 6 7 months back. I had a student from Canada, and she already took classes for IELTS like 4 years back. And then, when you have to apply for PR, you need
Mm.
to give IELTS again.
Yes.
So she approached me and she was taking classes for it. And then one day I gave her a speaking topic. It's a module in IELTS.
Mm.
So she was just speaking, and then she said, I live in this Satri. I said, what is Satri? She says, Mom, I live in this Satreet. And I keep on asking, and she said 3 to 4 times Satreet. I said, but it's not Satreet. I even asked her the spelling. She said it. I just then let her know that it is street, street. And she said that she was so amazed that I'm living over here for so many years. I'm 27. Since my childhood, I'm speaking like this. Here in Canada, also, I'm there for 4 years, and I'm working side by side by studying. But nobody told me ever that it is
Oh,
street, not street. So sometimes we don't get the awareness. Not everybody wants to correct us. No stranger. Nowadays, we are
yes.
so busy that we don't have time to correct anybody. So she was so amazed at that time that I, like in 27 years, for the very first time, I come to know she's actually from Punjab. So, we get that Punjabi accent in our English. So this happens with a lot of learners that sometimes they're not even aware of that they are making mistake. So awareness is also very important. And for that, I always suggest right guidance matters a lot.
It does, definitely, yes. And what is the difference between pronunciation and MTI? I think MTI doesn't count under pronunciation. I think it is a part of pronunciation. So if you could clarify.
Yeah, see, pronunciation is the way we pronounce the word. Like I say, rather than is school, you are saying you should say it as school. And MTI means you are just translating directly from your mother language few words. For example, in Hindi we say light khol do. So in English, many people say open the light. But open the light is what? You're not going to opening the light. It should be like turn on the light. So
Mm.
this is like MTI, translating direct sentences from your mother language in English. And many people they say like, "आपका शुभ नाम क्या है? What is your good name?" It's absolutely incorrect. The name cannot be good or bad. So just what's your name? And few more example. I'm having two brothers. Having means you are taking anything inside you. So it should be I have two brothers. So these are few examples. Also, like this one error a lot of people do. Give me a one pen. So they say a and one both together. So it should be give me a pen, not a and one. So these are few of the things that people do the errors. And some more adding on to it. Like what is um, I can say what is your name? I already told you. Then I am going to my home. So I am going home, not I'm going to my home. Like she is more smarter, so she is smarter. So these direct translations from the mother language to English, these comes under MTI.
That's great for clarifying between pronunciation and MTI. And many people from the north, especially, I have heard this a lot, and they get confused between the pronunciation of sir and sure. I'm sure you have come across this as well.
Mhm.
They cannot differentiate and they cannot pronounce sure or sir. They interchange those two. So is that MTI or is it a pronunciation mistake?
This is a pronunciation mistake, as well as we just include under a bit of MTI. As you already mentioned, MTI is a part of pronunciation.
Hmm. Yes. And
So we need to work on this. Mhm.
yes, and many people have this
Yeah, you were
problem.
saying something.
So, do you have? I heard of that specific activity that you do for people to get rid of, to differentiate between sir and sure. Sure. So, what should be? I mean, please tell me the practice again.
These days, recently, when I'm starting doing conversation for at least 2 times, I've already told, let me tell you also. See, I tell you, sir means like whenever S comes in, sir, sun, sir. So how they have to do, they have to just join their teeth and produce the hissing sound of a snake like this. So just the hissing sound, not like this. This is a wrong practice. Like in Hindi, our culture, we say, oh. for sir sound, how you have to do, you have to like do like a the hissing sound of a snake, and it should stop naturally. You should not practice like the
Oh.
that's a wrong way. So it should stop naturally, like we say, oh, it
Hmm.
stops naturally. So for continuous 10 to 15 seconds, one should practice if you need permanent result. And that should be done over a period of 5 to 6 months. Because see,
Hmm.
most of the learners, they get to know when they are in college, they are working already. I have like students who are like around 40 years of age, they come to know in their college, in their office, because they are pinpointed by some people around, and they make joke of them, so they want to improve them. So see, if you're having something for almost 40 years, so at least we have 6 months to improve. Yeah, so continue this practice and it will surely work. So I'm also like voice and accent specialist, so based on that, I'm telling you that activity. So it is like sir, so sir should be considered as a separate word, and whatever after that should be separate, like SEAC. So E, not C. You will not
Hmm.
try to say together. Might be you will be able to get that, but still give time and don't say it together. So
Hmm.
just like this. And S H, it is like put finger on the lips and we say shh, shh,
Hmm.
shh. So there is a loud sound. There, the hissing sound, it's a loud sound. Like shh, ein, not shine together. So sh and sir should be spoken separate and the other word separate.
Hmm.
Shh, ein,
Okay.
shh, ooh. Like many people say su. They don't say shh, ooh. So it should be shh, ooh. And like English, they say English. So
Yes.
ink, lee. So it is like 3 syllables. Ink,
Yes.
lee, shh. And they say see. See is doing. So it is shh, e. So
Hmm.
sh and both separate. So when sir and sh needs to be practiced, consider that sir is a separate uh, word. Think in your mind like this. So if it is shoe, so think sure is separate. I need to speak, and oo is separate. So then it will work. This is how one can improve. But keep on practicing over a period of 6 months. And many people, they come across this question and they ask me, ma'am, do we speak the same in front of our in our colleagues also, if anybody? I said, no, that will be like a natural impact. See, I
Yes.
give them example, like when you cook at home, you learn the tempering of anything. So you can make all the vegetables with that tempering.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
similarly, if you will practice at home, you will see a direct impact on your speech also. Because this is the permanent solution. So in front of anybody, you will not say shh, oh no. Shh, oh. At least try to go a bit slow, but try to, because going a bit slow is far better than saying it wrong.
That's right. That's an amazing technique, and thank you for sharing that. Now we come to the second part where we talk about how to articulate a response quickly. And I think this fear many people have during conversations. What if they ask me some question, something random? So I need to be prepared. What if I'm not prepared and they ask me a question, and how to articulate that response? And because of that fear, they hesitate from speaking in English, indulging in conversations. They have that fear. They will judge me, or I cannot say I don't know. Though I know, I don't know, I won't get words. So there are a lot of things going on in people's minds. So do you have any magical technique like this where that a person can use to answer questions?
A lot of magical techniques. These are all based on my experience I share. And also, I tell you, see how one can articulate the problem comes in when you ask me the
Yeah,
question
just come
and
closer to the mic. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
you ask me the question and I just translate that first in my mother language and then I'm translating into English. This is the main problem, that you are not able to say the prompt reply. So
Hmm.
for that, stop translating in mother language. Now people wonder like then how we will improve? Learn English the English way, because gone are those days when you need to translate. I tell you, when I started my teaching in almost 2009 or 11. I wonder between that time period. That time I wonder I used to work in Vita and Institute. So there we learn like this translation. मैं ये कर सकती हूँ, and then you
Hmm.
translate into the mother language from mother language to English. So this method doesn't work these days. Translation method is out. So learn English the English way. Suppose you see this is mic, so learn it mic only, not what is it said in Hindi. So
Hmm.
translate for that. There is again a process. First of all, in your surrounding, start naming the things in English and then start putting them into sentences. That's a process. Which works? First, naming the things, then start making the sentences, and also learn ready to use sentences because you don't know right grammar. And I don't wonder, like, to speak English you need the right grammar in the beginning. Yes, grammar is important, but even with the right grammar you can begin for the kickstart. So learn ready to use sentences. There's so many things nowadays available online. So learn ready to use sentence structure and make your own sentences with them, so that will give you a lot of clarity. Because once you will do the homework, you will be practicing, so you will see the change in the way the person is speaking. And suppose if you have to talk to your boss and then you wonder, so do the homework, practice at home, what could be the questions the boss can ask, so rather than just giving the test over there. And especially I hear these days many mothers, they are learning English for the kids to learn at PTM. So do the homework, like prepare like what kind of questions the teacher asks, what I should ask. So prepare that, then you won't stop in between, or you won't show yourself that I don't know the things. And learn something like this: I don't think so, a sentence starter. I agree
Hmm.
with you, I think we should try again, or it depends on the situation, in my opinion this is right. So these are few sentence structures one can learn and then make and put it in your own way, the way you will be using. So if you will do a bit of homework, surely it's going to work.
Yes, and learn chunks. That's what you said, right? Learn it in chunks
Yes,
rather than by hearting the sentence. If you like learn the chunks, you associate it with different words, or you can shape it according to the conversation. So I think that will come with practice. You need to keep practicing if you already know what is going to be asked. But again, I think randomly, if some topic comes up or if some question comes up, I think there's the prep technique. I think they can use that also. But you have to practice that. It is not that in the situation they're asking you a question and then you go, okay, this is the point. I have to give reason next, then I have to give example next. So rather than doing that, I think if you keep practicing it like for 1 or 2 months, it will come automatically to you. It will become your style of speaking.
that's true. I tell you, like, for the office going people, what happened when they appear in one interview and
Hmm.
then the second interview comes in? So the improvement will not happen in the second interview in front of the interviewer. The improvement will happen between your first interview and your second interview time period.
Hmm.
In that, what you practice. But many learners, what they do, they appear for first interview, then they go directly to the second interview and they say I'm not good enough. But what happened, where is the middle process? In that middle process the improvement happens, so you need to do the homework.
Right, totally agree with you. Okay, so anything else you would like to add to the session or any questions from your end?
I would just say that it was a lovely session connecting with you, and I'm also feeling happy these days to do a lot of conversation, connecting with people, and being regular. I wish I will be going same. And to the learners, I just say that there is no magical technique. You have to do the efforts. If you will not be doing the efforts, the things are not going to work at all. And be consistent, at least for over a period of time, rather than having short time span expectations.
True, that's right. And I think there's one magical technique, and that is practice. And everybody knows
Yeah,
that. There's nothing other than that. Whatever it is, whatever you have to learn, you have to keep practicing it. Only then it will be
that's good.
possible. And English, it's just a language, right? So definitely anybody can master that.
Yeah, that's correct. All right,
Oh,
so it was lovely meeting with you.
yes, it was wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and joining me today. So have a good day. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.